This week I've actually had some free time for myself for once in a blue moon, so I decided to try out Yakuza Kiwami 3 purely out of curiosity. And throughout playing it, I felt nothing. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I felt nothing playing this fucking game. Now, I'm not going to say that the original Yakuza 3 is a masterpiece that you absolutely need to go play. It's certainly not for everyone. But I can appreciate that it tried to do something different at the very least. Flaws and all, overall, it's still one of my favorites in the series. And playing this remake, I just felt empty. I mean, the mini games were fun as always. Karaoke's still a top tier. Did play a bit of the golf. It was still pretty fun, and just took me a minute or two to get used to it. Though, unfortunately, my main complaint has still not been addressed, which is the combat. The combat has just been boiled down to just mashing the buttons over and over again until you win. And tourists and dumbasses will say, well, the series has always been like that. No, there was actually incentive to do different moves and shit. Not just spamming the same two buttons over and over again until the screen flashes. Like, do I seriously have to explain to you the combat of a Yakuza game? Well, I guess I have to. Here's a shirtless Kiryu in the bottom of the screen so you ADHD-riddled cunts can pay attention. Like, whoa! Whoa, guys! Whoa! Kiryu shirtless! Oh my god, I got a goon! Whoa! Because you foids and faggots cannot go 5 minutes without letting everyone in the room know how much of a freak you are. Alright, for reference, here's a clip from me playing Yakuza 3 Remastered. Look at that. Smack, smack, dodge, dodge again. Smack, smack. Oh my god, he's blocking. Oh my god, guys. This is the worst game ever. We need to remake this 20 billion times so the fake fans on Twitter can praise it. Alright, see, look, drag this guy to the car. Heat action. Does a lot of damage at least, so that's one guy down. Oh, you got a hit on me. Dodge again. Look at that. Look at that. You quick step behind him, and he's down. It just seems like since Kiwami 2, the enemies just go down with very little effort. Even on legendary difficulty. It's probably one of the main reasons I couldn't enjoy Lost Judgment so much as everyone else did, because the enemies just went down in like 2 to 3 hits. But anyway, it's gonna be a quick video today. I just wanted to get this out to capitalize on the momentum my previous videos got. Thank you very much, by the way. I appreciate it. I don't know. The series' future is looking pretty bleak. I'm one of the few people who loved Ichiban as a protagonist, but hey, it's been like 6 years since he's gotten his very first game, and he's only had 1.5 dedicated to him since, with one half of Infinite Wealth being dedicated to him, and that story wasn't even all that enticing, because even Ichiban himself didn't care. We gotta keep milking Kiryu, guys, because that's all we know. Even though Nagoshi left us a perfect place in the timeline to just pass the torch to another guy and tell his story, we gotta extend Kiryu's story. We have to retell parts of Kiryu's story. We cannot let go. The status quo is God. This game is gonna come out in 2 days, and I could already tell you, this is going to be on par with the Resident Evil 3 remake. Just absolutely chopped. Sections and content cut out of it simply for the making new content that nobody cares about. Remember RE3 Remake's Dead by Daylight clone? Oh, that's right, it got shut down. Remember the Majima saga from Kiwami 2? Oh yeah, we just made that again, but with Mine. Reports are showing that it's extremely short. Cutting from 119 sub-stories to around 30 in Kiwami 3. Jesus Christ, how are you this lazy? Speaking of laziness, they cut out the Revelations cutscenes from Kiwami 3 as well, because the devs said it would be too much work. This is coming from the studio that reuses like 80 to 90% of their assets for their projects, by the way. That is all I need to know about this remake to know that it's going to be garbage. The game is coming out in 2 days. Everyone's picking a side. I hope these content creators who are so adamant about remove Kagawa don't end up buying it and then stream it anyway and pretend like nothing happened. You guys wouldn't want to be known as liars, grifters, or con men now, would you? Stick to your principles. If you're really so mad about Kagawa, don't play the game, don't buy it, don't even pirate it. Especially don't stream it, because you're just giving it free advertisement. If you're seriously upset by what I just said, well, hey, the grift. Let the grift roll in.